Hello everyone, my name is Ashley Russell, and today I'll be introducing you to our ENGI 300 forecasting project. So our problem description is we were trying to forecast the total number of points for a specific NBA player for the 2016-2017 season. So we picked just 4 players to look at: Carmelo Anthony, Steph Curry, LeBron James, and Russell Westbrook. So we went and gathered some of the data that we were interested in looking in. We ended up settling on just looking at points made over the past 5 seasons and total time played over the past 5 seasons. And you can see that data here on this slide. So when we were first trying to approach this problem, we weren't sure what factors we were going to look at. We definitely knew we wanted to focus on points scored and minutes played, but we also considered looking at height for each of the players, the number of seasons that the players have been in the NBA, and we considered age as well. We ended up not using this data, and we threw out age because we weren't sure. We felt like it could be either time series or cross-sectional, and we didn't know what that was going to do to our model, so we decided not to include that and just focus on the 2 time series data sets that we picked. But we did consider these, but we ended up not going with them in the end. So we first tried to take a neural network approach. So we tried to use MATLAB and put in our 2 time series data sets and see what we could do with that. We were able to get a function in MATLAB, but we got really caught up on how to put change the inputs in the function, and we kept getting really weird answers that we knew weren't right. And so we decided to switch gears and try it in R. So we took a dynamic ARIMA approach in R. So we tried to model it that way. And we used ARIMA on the points and regression on the total minutes played. And so we were getting numbers that seemed correct, but we decided to break it into a testing set and a training set. So we used a portion of the data to try to predict some data that we already had, so we could evaluate how accurate our model was. And then this ended up working pretty well for us, so we used this model to make our final forecasts. So basically that's just the intro to our problem and how we kind of approach a problem. We thought of a couple different ways, kind of like different data we thought about maybe looking at, and then once we realized that we were going to use a neural network or possibly dynamic ARIMA, we threw out some of the cross-sectional data or some of the data that we weren't sure what to do with, and just focused on total points scored in the past seasons and total minutes played, and that ended up working pretty well for us. So that's it for this video, just the intro. In the second video, Emily will tell you more about get into the details of how we actually forecasted points in our studio. Thanks for watching.